Lisa Christensen here, and I'm going to paint some unicorns and rainbows to brighten up your cold January month. And I am loving the results of this. I'm using Pearl Colors by Gansai Tambi. It's a Kiratech brand, and they're Japanese watercolors, but this is all iridescent, and I just love it. So what I did was I stamped 2 card panels on my favorite mixed media paper, which is this mixed media paper right here. Mixed media, Strathmore mixed media paper, and it is 9 by 12 at 184 pounds, so it's pretty thick, but it's good stuff. And what I do is when I get a sheet, when I get a package, I cut I cut the 9 by 12 sheets into the A2 size, which for me, I like to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4, so I have a 1/4 inch left on each for the card base. And then I have extras of these, and so then I just use these for littler cards like this one right here, and it still looks good. I can still do a lot with it, but I'm not wasting any paper, any of this amazing Strathmore mixed paper, which I absolutely love. So that's what's going on with this. Of course, I'm using Blue Night Stamps Unicorn. Look at how cute that is. I just love it. And that's the stamps. So it comes with both sets. And then you have the magical sentiment that could go with it. And that is also from Blue Night Stamps. So let's get started. All right. So to start off, I like to use blue. And I'm just going to wet my paint. Get some water on all of this because I like the water to set in the paint for just a little bit, just to moisten it up. I actually didn't use the white gold, but I am using this cobalt blue for the sky, and I'm actually going to be negative painting the unicorn. So if you can, and I'm going to show you with one. I don't know if we'll have time to paint both, but you'll get the idea with both of them because it's the same technique, just on a smaller. So there's the there is that. I'm going to move this like this. There we go. All right, let's rock and roll. So there we go. It's a pretty simple card, and what I like to do is I like to put on the blue first, and yes, I'm going to negative paint around the horse to the best that I can. Now what I could do, if I really wanted to, I could go around and just lightly get the water on and then dab in the pigment, which I might do, but for now I'm not worried about it. And this blue is pretty translucent, so if I get into some of the mane, I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to dry lighter anyways, and for me, that's the beauty of the watercolor. All right, I always have my paper towel handy because I don't want a whole lot of blue right here. I want it to look watercolored, so I'm gonna, I guess, and fade it out. And I'm gonna add water up here because I don't want, and it is super light. You're not gonna be it's gonna be really hard to see it on the camera. But I'll try to make it darker so you can see it a little bit more. And so I am adding what I like to consider a lot of pigment. And this is negative painting. Anywhere you're painting not the subject, it's actually called negative painting, which is kind of fun. A lot of floral watercolorists will do that. When you're painting trees, you'll do that. It's just fun. It's harder than it looks sometimes, actually. Okay, so, and then because I really want the rainbow to shine through, I'm gonna, wherever I think I want the rainbow, I'm just gonna dab it up. You want that look so it doesn't look like you, like, I don't know, pasted on the rainbow, but you also want it to look natural. So that's why you paint and then dab up what you don't think will work. And the nice thing is I started with green and then I worked my way through the rainbow. And then once I got to the red, I added more blue. So there's kind of where I want my rainbow at, right? So let's start. This is really a fun card. I am actually gonna make probably 10 of these cards for my daughter's friends, because we always get invited to all these birthday parties, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have a little girl's card. Like, I have a whole bunch of fun, I don't know, other cards, but I don't have little girl cards. So, and I shouldn't say little, she's gonna be 10 in like 2 weeks. So anyways, and I do like to go, it looks like a lot of green. It's not going to, because I'm going to be adding yellow, and I just paint right off onto my workstation. I call this my artboard. The nice thing about using Strathmore mixed media paper at the 180 pound is that you don't have to tape it down usually. I say that loosely because there have been times where I thought, oh, I should have taped this down, but I don't normally, because it, like, I don't know, it's just one more step, and I would rather start painting than add one more step. So there, I just did the yellow. I am going to go back right here. The green and the blue didn't quite mesh well, so I'm going to just dot in and then make it look like it's blended. I want it to blend. Water is your friend when you want your pigment to blend. And then when I'm painting, I'm always looking at my edges. Are my edges hard? Are they soft? What do I need to do with my edges? All right, so now I'm at yellow. Now I'm doing the Pearl Scarlet Red. I just really love this. And I'm going to add this right kind of close to the yellow, because I want the yellow to be vibrant enough, right? All right. And now I'm going to go in with the pink, which is super cute. And then I'm leaving a little bit off because I really would like some of that blue to add that purpley. I know purple is on the other side of the rainbow. I know. But I still want it to look water painterly. That's a good word for it. Okay, now let's go to the green for the feet. And I'm just adding the green. Now you could add regular green to this if you do not want the green grass to be iridescent. This panel is all very shimmery except for the unicorn, which you could, if you wanted the whole card to be shimmery, to use the white. But I really liked the look of just the unicorn not being shimmery, so it almost pops a little bit, and that's what I did. All right, so now I'm just going in with my wet brush, and I'm just cleaning up some edges. And and every time your brush can be like your eraser for watercolor. So I'm just going back in and I'm cleaning up my edges. I don't want any hard edges necessarily, but I also want it to look painterly. So there's that. It's your discretion, I guess. My thing is I want it to look, I want the edges to look softened a bit. And if I get a little bit, so there we go. All right, and then I would wait for this to dry completely. I would maybe touch up that. I don't know if I would touch it up now, but let's see what I can do. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. There we go. There is the unicorn. Now, once this is dried, I would take my small brush, and all I did was I used a pink, and I can show, it might bleed a little bit, but all I do is I would just take my pink and then just very lightly paint it in, paint the pink in, or purple, or whatever color you want the mane to be. It doesn't have to be pink. My daughter is very girly girl, so of course pink is like what I do. And if you wanted to add a little bit more interest to the mane, which you could always add. I used a little bit of blue, just a tiny bit to make it purpley, not too much. You don't want it to turn purple. But to add a little bit of variety, I guess, is kind of fun. And let the pigment mix on the paper. That's what gives watercolor such a beautiful look. That's beautiful. I see blue, purple, and pink in the mane, which is exactly what I wanted. And so there you go. Oh, here's, I forgot the little part. I forgot the tail and the other part. It's so fun to just play with watercolor, especially in the wintertime. You just have that freedom. You need that color. And for me, I just like to say, you know what? Let's see what this color does with that color. And sometimes I'm really surprised. I love it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to call that done. I'm going to add a little bit of blue right here and just let it dry and mix on its own. Don't use a heat gun, nothing to it. So there's my there's my art mess. Here's the finished panel. And look at that, under 10 minutes. So then what I did, what I'm going to do, I just used some silver washi tape that I thought would work on a card base. And then you just mount it right here, and you got a beautiful, easy, simple card to give to your daughter or to a granddaughter. And I can guarantee you they will love it. My daughter was like, "Oh, that is so pretty, Mom. How did you do it? I want to know how you painted it." So there you go. And I really think that your daughter could paint that too, because it's a fun technique and it's an easy one. And anyways, it's fun. I enjoy painting rainbows, especially during the winter. I hope you do too. And check out Blue Night Stamps if you are interested in the unicorn. So have fun painting. We'll see you next time.